welcome back to another personal opinion podcast episode. It's Lauryn and Whitney.
It's Whitney and Lauryn.
And welcome to our 19th episode.
Yeah, sure. That sounds right. It's right to you, it's right to me.
It's right, brother. Well, I'm excited for today because we are going to cover a topic that is known everywhere, every place, workplace, sports team,
Families.
anything like that. You name it, you need these people on there. Right? Am I right or no?
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about the ideal team player.
Yes.
What it means to be a team player.
Yeah.
If you're a hiring manager, how to know whether or not someone it can work well in a team. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we are.
I'm going to open us up.
Yeah.
So this conversation kind of started because I read this book called The Ideal Team Player. Great book. Probably one of the easiest self-help reads that I've had in a while.
Love that.
I highly recommend it. I don't know the author, but The Ideal Team Player, I'll put the link to the book or something in the description or something. But it goes through this guy who took over his uncle's company and they needed to hire more people, but they didn't want to hire a bunch of jerks. And so they had a very small group of like 3 or 4 people that were trying to decide what it actually meant to have good team players on like within their company. And so they go through, and I'm going to go through the 3 things that they say you need to be in order to work well in a team.
Okay.
You need to be humble.
Amen.
You need to be hungry. And you need to be smart.
Oh.
Humble, hungry, and smart. And so kind of the way that they broke that down is humble. You got to be able to do really good things, but not take all the credit for it. Make sure that you're acknowledging your team, your bosses, the people who are around you for your success. And the other thing that they noticed was like one of the people that they thought about hiring but ended up not, it's the reason that they decided that he wasn't humble is because he didn't remember the name of the secretary who had worked with him over and over and over. But he remembered the names of the CEO, the COO, the higher ups. Yeah. But he wouldn't remember her name because she wasn't as important. And so kind of that humble piece too is you're going to talk the same way with someone who's higher up in a company as you do the people on the front lines or the blue collar workers or the people who do just the day to day. Like you're going to talk to them the same way and you're going to remember their names the same way. I love that part. That part is really, really big for me.
Yeah.
Especially in my job, like I talk with business owners all the time, but I remember the business owner's name just as much as I do the other people that I talk to within the business that actually do the day to day. And that means a lot. Yeah. That means a lot to people when they maybe are taking on a ton of responsibilities, but they don't have the title that goes with it. Like for you to remember their name and treat them as well as you do the owners or the whatever. Like, I don't know. That's really cool. Yeah. Hungry means you're going to put in the work. You're going to grind. You're going to do everything you can to help your team, whether it means staying late or getting there early or taking on some of the stuff that maybe is not your favorite part of your job. Like that's what it means to be hungry, is to not slack off, like show up every day, do the hard work, get in the grind. And then the last part, smart, is people smart, but it's also like if you don't have the knowledge that you need, the ability to actually go out and find that knowledge and work towards it. So one of the things they said with smart is like they're able to read a room, they're able to acknowledge what people need in different situations, when situations are bad, like how do they handle that? And a smart person is able to de-escalate situations, empathize with others, and like rally people together, rally the troops a little bit. Yeah. So
I like that.
Yeah. So that's what kind of started this conversation. And I want to hear your thoughts about humble, hungry, and smart.
Well, I think like those 3 concepts automatically draw more people to you. Like they automatically kind of are magnets towards people who want team players and somebody who's also a team player. Like, it's very easy to point out those people that have those 3 capabilities, even if they're not, like, super, I mean, yes, of course, smart, but, like, not super intelligent in a job they're just starting out in. Like, not knowing the ropes right away, all of that. They're still having to learn all of that. But they're smart enough to understand, like, smart/wise enough to understand, like, all I'm doing is I'm going up from here. Like, I'm going to keep learning. I'm not going to stay at the bottom forever. So I feel like if you're humble, like, you're going to draw those same people with you. If you're hungry, then people are going to believe in you a lot more, and they're going to understand that you're going to be able to reach more potential than somebody who's just not, with the grind. And then smart, like, people want to learn from those kind of people. People want to learn how you tick. They want to invest their time in you, and they want to overall just be a part of what you're about as well.
Yeah. And I think it's really cool how this is applicable in the business world. Like, some of the best people, at least in my industry, some of the best people are the ones that show that every single day.
Yeah.
And, like, you're not going to see them coming into the office late. Like, they're always going to be there. And that shows to me that they're reliable too.
Yeah.
Like, being hungry and being reliable, I think, go hand in hand. Like, you've got someone who's been there for a while that, yes, they know their stuff, but you also know that they're going to be there if you have questions or, like, whatever you need, they're going to be there, and they're probably going to be the one that you turn to because they're so consistent.
Yeah. And I also think, like, you're going to want to turn towards them because both of you are going to put the other person's needs before yourself.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to ultimately want to serve each other because you're wanting to invest that time and that effort and all of that into each other. So now you're just building each other up, and that's what makes a team.
Well, and it's so much easier to work with someone and to help someone when you know that when they find that success based off of the help that you've given them, they're not going to be like, I did this all for myself. No, they're going to point the finger back at you and be like, I couldn't have done what I did without you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you care if I break this down into, like, 4 different kind of categories and we can, like, briefly talk about it?
Do it.
Okay. Let's talk about what this looks like in a class project, in a group class project. Let's talk about what it looks like to be an ideal team player when you're doing a class project.
I really struggle with that.
You struggled with that?
I struggle with that because every time we had a project, I ran it. I ran all of it. I made the slideshow. I broke everything up so that people would play to their strengths. I helped everyone even develop their slides when they didn't know what they were talking about. And it's hard for me to talk about the ideal team player in a class project because I handled all of them. There are a few people I know that the reason they have their degree is because they were in group projects with me.
No need to toot your own horn.
No. But one of them, you know.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Not necessarily. Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. No, you go.
Okay.
You go. I'll bounce off of you if I want.
I would say, of course, in a class project, you want to sit down and you want to talk about it. I think that's one of the hardest things in college is, like, college students just show up to class and then they leave. Like, it's not like high school and middle school where you go to class and, like, you're just a lot more independent. You're not at school all day, every day. You're not trapped in a building all day, every day. You go to class and then you leave. Like, that's just...
Well, and that is weird because even whenever you're working, when you're in a job, y'all are in the same place for 8 hours a day.
Right.
Like, you have so much time to work on the project together.
Well, and you
College
have so much
is the one time where you're together for an hour. And if you have a group project, you have to be, you got to find time.
Yeah.
As a student athlete, that's one of the hardest things to do. They'll be like, what, this time or this time or this time? And you're like, I haven't
And you
practiced
have to email.
all of those times. Oh, I would never email. We made Snapchat
Blech.
group chats.
We
were
hate
snapping each
email.
other.
Yeah. I had that too. Well, I just feel like when it comes, I'm just going to use college. It can be any class, but when it came to that, just like delegating or like somebody like volunteer, like, oh, I'll do this part. And the next person, oh, I'll do this part, do this part, do this part. The humble side of it, I'm going to talk about at the end. The hungry part of it is just do your part for the love. Just do your part.
And
like,
don't wait till 2 a.m. the night before to do it.
Like, do your part so that your group knows that they can rely on you to get it done, but also have the communication side of, hey, guys, I did my part. Somebody, if you guys don't mind, like, if somebody could look over it just to make sure it looks good. I'll do the same with anybody, like, and let me know if you have feedback.
Or even the ability to say early on, like, hey, I'm doing this. This is what I'm thinking I'll talk about. But if you guys have other things that maybe I need to look into that I'm missing, that I can, like, make sure that I'm actually covering what I need to, let me know.
Right. So if everybody does their part in that aspect, it's really just that simple. But like you said, like, it always takes that one person. Hey guys, I created the slideshow. Just go in and type your slides, like, when you get a chance, and then go from there. So please just do your part. Please. And then
it's so fun for me because I'm like so far removed from this. Like,
I know. I can't
tell you the last time I made a slideshow.
Mine was less than a month ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the smart part is just like understanding, like taking the time to understand the material that you're going over. Like being able to know, okay, I don't know a lot about this, but I need to do my research so that my part on the project looks good so that my team can get a good grade. That's what I would say. And then the humble part is just saying we all did it together. You know?
Yeah.
We all did our part. Good job, guys. Fill out your little thing that says, my team was so good.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
For all 3 of my group members.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would say. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Let's do work. Work environment.
I actually experienced this today. I've got a counterpart that I work on with.
I have a hair.
I have this. It's right there. Yeah. There.
Yay.
You got it. My counterpart that I work on everything with. We have a few weeks ago. He was like, "Okay, we're getting like this is a little much right now. I feel like there are a million different things going on, and we can't keep any of them organized." He was like, "I need you to make a Google sheet with everything that we're working, whatever information you want on there, but I need it all in one place so that we can work through it together and we can keep track of them in an easy way." I was like, easy. It'll be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Say less. So I did it. And it's worked out really, really well for us because we've been able to like bounce off of each other. Like, okay, what do we need to work today? Is there anything that we're missing here? And today he was like, okay, we're going to do a little recap. He was like, I'm going to go through the sheet. Everything in blue is things you need to do. And then everything in red is stuff I'll do. I was like, okay, cool. And so he like went through, he was like, I need you to call this person, and this person. He was like, I will reach out to these people and like, we'll work it from there.
Yeah.
And it was so good because like I know that he is very, very reliable. He has shown me nothing less. He's a rock star. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And so for us to be able to have that communication of like, we're going to split this way, and we're going to keep everything organized. You do your part, I'll do mine. And like, we'll keep communicating as we hear stuff. Oh my gosh. It's so nice to have people in your corner like that.
Yeah.
So fun to have people in your corner like that you can rely on to get their stuff done and they can rely on you to get your stuff done.
Yes.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
My eye is twitching.
It's so good.
It's great. Oh gosh. Anyways, but yeah, that was, I don't know how that came up. What were we talking about?
Work team player.
Work team player. Yes. I feel like he and I work so well together because we have the communication to delegate work back and forth. Like, I'll tell him, like, hey, I need you to do this because I think, like, this is our best plan of action here.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, consider it done.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You don't have to ask twice. And vice versa.
Yeah. I feel like one of the biggest things in the workplace or anywhere is open communication. And so I feel like that comes with, like, humble, because you're not closing yourself in a box and you're not just wanting to do it all on your own. Like, you're willing to hear other people's perspective and you're willing to learn and listen to other people's opinions and get feedback, even if it's criticism. Sometimes, like, you know, you can take it with a full heart and understand that it's for the best. I feel like that's one of the biggest things.
I think another big piece of humble, and this might also go with hungry as well, is when it's easy to slack off or when it's easy to take breaks or whatever, like doing the little things that maybe others aren't willing to do.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know why my last job popped into my mind. Like, there were always things that needed restocked or, like, needed tracked as far as, like, inventory goes. And anytime that I had a free minute and I knew that we were behind on all of that, I would just go ahead and, like, do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not hard. It's a little time consuming, but I was like, I've got free time. Like, I'll just update all of this.
Yeah.
It's not going to pay me more, but I mean, I might as well, like, I'm here anyways.
Yeah. Might as well do it.
So I think taking on those little things, and I think that spoke volumes to my boss of, I didn't have to ask her to do this. She just did. Mm-hmm. And so that makes me more reliable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you have any examples of when you were an ideal team player? Brag about yourself. Do it. You have to.
I feel like one of the biggest things for me over the years has just been picking up shifts from people who had something come up or needed the time off or just something like that. Like, being open and flexible to being able to just help out where I'm needed. Like, my current job, love my boss. Love my boss. And I feel like that guy has just really taken care of me. Like, he's super flexible. Like, I need off 3 days before. He's like, okay, done. Like, and this is what he likes to say. He likes to say that he's kept only me around. I'm like one of the only part-time employees there. Like, all the other ones are full-time. But he's kept me around because he likes me the most. Because I'm reliable and trustworthy. Good job, Lauren. And so I feel like, I think that's been the biggest thing for me, because everybody has something that comes up.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, being able to do that for the other people, knowing that those people will do the same for me, like, and I'll take extra hours.
Done.
Please. Give them. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm going to add one more to what I was saying, or to another category. Anyway, the next one, let's talk about family.
Okay.
Being a team player in a family.
Oh, I love this conversation.
And we're not going to talk about via relationships yet.
Okay.
Like husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be its own category.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Right. Okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, go
No.
ahead. Oh.
You go.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Being a team player in a fam bam.
Oh my gosh, that's the name of my family group chat.
Fam bam?
Yeah.
Nice. That's very non-original.
Okay, anyways, in a fam bam.
I think being a team player is taking care of each other.
Yeah.
Prioritizing each other, making each other feel loved. And I feel like doing whatever is necessary to make each other feel safe.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's in a family dynamic, I feel like you can't go wrong with those. But being a team player in a family, I feel like is always, like, for instance, in my household. Okay, so we have 3 cars, a 2-car garage, okay? But my mom doesn't like my brother parking in the street. So he has to park behind one of us every night, okay? Let's just start there. So anyway, so let's say, like, Monday night, for example. I was with Whitney. Anyway, so I go home. My brother parked behind my mom. Okay? So my spot in the garage was open. So I pulled into the garage. And then I'm like, well, my mom has to leave first in the morning. So I took my happy butt inside, got my brother's keys, and moved his car behind me so that my mom didn't have to do it in the morning because she was leaving first.
What's your number 1 giving love language?
Either words of affirmation or acts of service. I knew that you were waiting for that.
Because I feel like acts of service is one of the best ones to show your family that you love them. Because it's just taking something off their plate.
Yeah.
Especially for your mom. Happy late Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mother's Day was yesterday.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Mother's Day was yesterday.
Mother's Day was yesterday. Do something for your mom this week.
Yeah, I worked all day on
Don't let her do the
Mother's
dishes
Day.
after Mother's Day lunch. Well, I guess it's too late.
I worked all day Mother's Day.
Oh.
So. I still love my mom.
I know.
Oh
your
my
mom is great.
gosh.
I love your mom too. What? Tell me. I haven't gotten my mom anything
Okay,
yet
that
either.
makes me feel better. Okay, oh my gosh, I need to do
Happy
that.
late Mother's Day, Mom.
Yes.
Because by this time, you will have your
gift. Something. Flowers.
You'll have something.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll get her like a coupon that says, like, free movie with your daughter or something.
Your mom loves that.
She loves it.
Yeah.
She says that she likes gifts. She doesn't like gifts. She likes time. She's a quality
time gal.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Okay, family dynamics, being the ideal team player.
Yeah.
I also think in that is just showing them that you care enough to show up when they need you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think it also changes with different... I think it just changes with different phases of life.
100%.
So, like, the way that our family dynamic was when we were all younger and we were all in the same house is different than how we show up for each other now.
Yeah. Well, I agree. And I think that that's the fun part because we all grew up together.
Yeah.
Really. Like, that's the fun part, though, because you get to see your siblings grow up and you get to see them have children if you're Whitney, but I'm the oldest and I'm not anywhere close to having children. And, like, you just get to see, like, this year I'll see my brother graduate high school, so...
Yeah, I've gotten to watch all of it.
I've had 3 graduations.
Graduate high school and college and get married and have a baby and have another baby.
But you've been there for all of it.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
I've also been there at the low points.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's
you know
also...
what? Like, I was still there for her during those times. She wasn't any less of my sister. I just had to show up for her in a different way.
Right. Right. Well, that's where, like, as you grow up, you start to understand how you need to show up for that person in different ways. Like, go ahead.
My sister and I have had quite a few conversations because we're both so different. I'm the type of person, if I'm sad, I need you to just meet me where I'm at. Have we talked about this on the podcast? Whereas she just needs you to crack a joke. She needs you to, like, get her mind off of it.
Yeah.
And so, like,
lighten up the room a little.
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite. If I'm sad and you make a joke to me, it's not funny. I'm just going to cry more.
Yeah, I'm just going to be like, are you serious?
Like,
I mean, I might laugh,
I'm in pain right now.
Like,
I'm in pain right now. Will you give it a minute? You can make that joke in 5 minutes when I start to make jokes.
Like, really? Right. Let me make a joke first.
I broke
what are you doing?
My headphone. I took the thing off. It's fine. I'll fix it.
Okay.
It's fixed.
It's fine.
But yeah, like learning how to show up for your family and what they need.
Right. Right. Did we cover that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one?
Sure.
There was one.
Relationships.
Yeah. There was
Partner.
another one I had.
Roommate.
No.
Boss. No, that's work.
Okay. What have we done so far? Class project.
Yeah. Work.
Work. Family. Relationships. Oh, sports. That's what I was going to talk about.
Sports.
We can end on that. Let's end on that.
On sports?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Let's do relationships.
And sports.
What?
Let's do both? Okay.
No.
No.
We're starting with relationships right now.
And then we're going to sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Relationships.
How can you be, what does the best team player look like in a relationship? What?
Kind and loving.
Oh, Whitney's heart just expanded 3 sizes.
Someone who's genuinely just kind.
Amen. And patient. And caring. And likes to have fun. Likes to be a little kid sometimes, you know?
But being a partner in a
You don't agree with
relationship
me?
is being a good partner and team player in a relationship means taking care of yourself so that you can take care of them.
Yep.
And if both people in the relationship are taking care of themselves and trying to take care of them,
Yep.
you got a well-oiled machine right there.
Amen. And guess what? I'm going to start reading a book for you guys, and we're going to come on this podcast and we're going to flip it off. Because if you don't know, we have a series called Flip Off. And we flip through pages of a book and we talk about like either a quote that I underlined or we underlined. I underlined in one of the books that we might have read. And so I'm going to read this book called Single on Purpose.
Ooh.
And if I feel like it's good enough to bring on the podcast, because it has to meet we hold a high standard over here.
We do.
It has to meet a high criteria. Then I'll come on here and flip it off and we'll talk to all the single people out there.
Also, the only reason that I didn't bring my book here today for us to flip off is because most of it is a story. So you like kind of pick up on the themes throughout it, but there's not like anything worth underlining, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's all like a story, which is why it was such an easy read. And then at the very end, they give all the breakdown and the statistics or like the takeaways.
Yeah.
So for us to flip it off, it would have been pointing to a sentence and it says like, Bob and I went to lunch. You know?
Did you underline that?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is like there was nothing underlined in the first 3/4 of the book.
You. I understand.
Okay, what does it mean for you to have a partner, because you guys do life together?
Yes. Active listening.
Yeah.
Being able to listen to each other's needs, each other's wants, what each other is hinting at, or like, kind of feeling what they're feeling.
Do you ever listen to Life Church?
What do you mean?
Like Life Church?
Their sermons?
Yeah.
I go to Life Church.
Did you go this last weekend?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved his sermon this
It's
last
talking
weekend.
about the marriages in the Bibles.
Yeah.
In the Bibles.
In the Bibles.
In the Bibles. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the way that Craig talks about it, or at least talked about it this last week, was really cool.
Yeah.
Like having a mission together.
Yes.
That you
Yeah, what
I think that goes a lot with like having a partner.
Yeah. What did Yes, he said that the biggest thing a couple should have is a shared mission.
Yes.
Yes, I loved that.
Yeah.
Ashley was sitting next to me and we were like, that's the one. That's it. That's it right there.
My foot is falling asleep.
No, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, anyway, so I feel like active listening, having a shared mission, and I'm always going to go back to the love languages, but that's about listening as well. That falls in that category.
I also think you need to find someone that you want to do life with.
Yeah,
like not just go on dates with. Someone that you actually want to do life with. Someone that you want to go on walks with and just talk about your
Somebody
days.
that you want to have a mini you with.
Yeah.
Or a mini them.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't want to have a mini them, then
Someone
I don't know
that
if you're in the right one.
You want to make dinner and just hang out and talk.
Somebody you want to go play pickleball with, who you won't get mad at.
Oh my gosh. Someone who won't
Priorities.
absolutely crash out if they lose in pickleball. Unless you like
throw
that,
their
in
paddle?
which case. Lauren last weekend.
Stop. I threw it into the net and it was like 2 feet away.
Lauren had a fake crash out where she threw her pickleball out of fake anger.
Through my pickleball?
Threw her paddle out of fake anger.
Yeah. It wasn't fake because I actually lost.
Bonkers. That drives me bonkers.
It wasn't fake.
If you're going to crash out about a sport, it's a game. It's the same thing as if you crash out while you're playing checkers. It's just dumb.
My bad. I didn't mean to upset you.
No, you didn't upset me. I still love you.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
See, somebody who gives you grace. Somebody who loves you through everything. Any emotion.
I also know that you were mad for like 2 seconds and then you had fun again.
That's true.
Yeah.
Guys, come on. It was my birthday. I couldn't be mad forever. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I would say. I feel like, I'm starting to understand why you and your partner probably just need some common interests as well. You do need common interests in life.
Why? What? Huh?
What? You have to enjoy similar things.
Yeah.
I mean, but also...
yeah. You don't have to have all the same things
No.
that you like. But
No,
yeah,
but you need some common denominators.
that you can do together
Yeah.
and both enjoy.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. But also, being an ideal team player is also sometimes doing something that you don't really want to do all the time.
Right.
Because you love your partner.
Sometimes, it means going to a concert of someone that
You
they
don't
love.
even know.
That you have no idea who it is. But they love it, and you want to go with them because,
Right. Right. Yep. What she said.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
For
Sports.
we could go on and on about this. Okay,
Being a
so here's
team
the deal.
player in
Humble, hungry, and
sport.
smart, baby. Like, that's just the common base here, right? That we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be the ideal team player, you want to play to win. You don't want to play to get accolades. You don't want to play to put yourself up on you up at the top and your team down at the bottom. Okay? Go ahead.
No, you said it. You said it. What's okay,
Please.
Can I get on my... Why would you want to be an MVP if your team still loses? Why would you be the MVP? The most valuable player is someone who not only gets the stats and gets the points and does all the cool stuff, but they also make every single person around them and on their team better.
For the better of the team winning. Did you just mic drop?
Yeah.
You mic dropped a
Yes.
mic that
Because
you pushed away.
Who
Love
cares
that.
who cares if you're the best in the league if you're not making anyone around you better?
There's a good chance you might not be the best in the league if you're not doing that. Anyway, hello?
Telemarketer.
Don't they know that we're filming right now? Gosh. Anyway, I agree. That's why the MVP should go to Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Bang.
Did you hear that? Oh, wait. Did Jokic just beat them the other night?
This is next Monday, dog. Anyways.
Yeah, I know.
But whatever sports team you're on, like...
It's just a touchy subject, you guys, for us.
Yeah,
for us Oklahomans, I'm just going to say
we love the Thunder. We don't have anything else. Like, that's all we've got, and so we're loyal.
Yeah. So let me use SGA as an example while we're on this.
Go for it.
Let me tell you guys something. There's never been an interview I've seen him have where I just roll my eyes and be like, does this guy care about anybody but himself?
Oh, yeah.
Never one time.
Did you watch the post-game interview after they lost second round, first game to the Nuggets? Did you watch that?
No, I did not, but I did see a clip on Instagram of them hating on it because him and J-Dub were just on their phones half the time. That's all I know about the interview.
No, I loved that interview. I felt like it was the perfect example of a team that's truly a team.
Yeah.
Because even people were like, how do you explain Chet, like, missing those last 2 free throws? And do you guys, like, blame him for the loss or anything like that? And J-Dub, he leans in, he goes, I missed my first 2 free throws of the game. Like, I opened the game with 2 missed free throws.
Mm-hmm.
If I had made both of those, it would have been a different game. Maybe he wouldn't have had, like, the stress or whatever. Like, we're not going to blame a loss on the last 2 minutes.
And never, ever should you ever. I hate that.
Oh, I do too.
The game is not
Won in the last minute.
No, it is not won or lost in either the last shot taken, the last 2 minutes, even the last quarter. The last quarter is only 1/4 of the game.
Yeah.
So,
but I thought it was so cool. Like, they talk about how every single one of them in that locker room shares the exact same responsibility for the outcome of that game.
Yeah.
And they're going to make it, like, it's so cool. Like,
yeah.
As a former athlete, going to be a coach, like, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Is that every single one of us takes responsibility.
100%.
And, you know, there are things that every single one of us can do to make that game better and make that game different.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah,
I think
that's great.
that is the ideal team player. Someone who doesn't point fingers after losses.
Mm-hmm.
They say that every single one of them had a part of it.
They take responsibility for what they could have done better.
Yeah.
And like you said, they don't point the finger.
And it was cool that they were like, someone was like, how did y'all feel? Like, what was the vibe in the locker room? And I think it was Shay. He was like, we were all really upset for about 2 minutes. And then we got back into game mode because there are more games coming up.
Yep.
So we got right back into, okay, how are we going to make it different?
Yeah.
Because we can't change anything that just happened.
Right.
What are we going to do next time?
Right. Great job, Shorty.
So
That's
cool.
a good example.
So good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you see that bug?
No. There was no bug. Was there? Was that a bug? Was that the bug you were talking about?
I don't know. Maybe.
Anyways.
That's what I was going to say.
Be a good team player. There's a lot of qualities that can make you a good team player. And there's also a lot of positive things in life that come out of being a good team player.
Yeah.
You may get the job you really want. Your team may win. Your friends may be more successful. You never know. You may be more successful, which, yeah, that's true. Yes, you will. Not may, you will. Anyways, any final words, Whitney?
Humble, hungry, and smart.
Think of those 3 things.
Those 3 things.
You analyze that, and you guys get back to us.
And I think the people who have those 3 qualities are going to have the ability to look at what they're doing now, and it's not going to be enough for them. I think people who truly are humble, hungry, and smart are going to look at what they're doing now and say, man, like, I think I could do a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, I might succeed sometimes in this, but maybe I need to be more consistent. And I think that if you're talking to yourself in that way, that's a good indicator that you have what you need to be the ideal team player.
Period.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Well, you can follow us
on Instagram and TikTok at podcast.personalopinion.
And Facebook and YouTube at Personal Opinion Podcast. And we are so glad that you have listened to us on the day today,
Monday. Happy Monday.
or any other day that you're listening to this podcast.
We love you. We're here for you. We've got your back.
I've got your back, Whit.
And I've got your back, Lo.
And we've got your back. Anyway,
have a good week.
We can't wait to see you guys on the 20th episode.
A whole fingers and toes for me and you. I don't know. No, probably not everyone. Anyways, happy Monday. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Bye.